Okay guys, so we're here in my 1999 Honda Accord V6 Vtec, and I just bought this car. Bought it off my aunt. She only wanted $1,000 for it. It's got 169,000 miles. She only wanted $1,000. I went ahead and bought it. I need a second vehicle to actually drive around when it gets cold. It does all right on gas, of course a lot better than my truck. And if you can't tell, this town looks a little different from where I'm usually filming at. It's because I moved back to Frankfurt, be closer to everyone I know. Still work in Lebanon, but moved back here because on my days off I always ended up here. But this is my hometown. Go down here to the strip. I'm gonna have to go get some gas. And I'm gonna go take the car to get a wash. But I just wanted to say, for how old this car is, it has to get up and go. I'll try to give you guys a little pull after we get the car washed. I'll go on the back road or something. But I just wanted to give you guys a little update. Been a little busy with the new house and everything. Me and my fiance, we went ahead and bought a house. Started out together. Got tired of renting. House isn't too much. It was only about $60,000. Something to start us at. And then I plan on moving outside of town and get in the country area. But I thought I'd give you guys a little update of what's going on in my life. And if you can't tell, you guys are actually on a window mount right now, which this is the first time I think I've used it in a video. I had it in my truck all hooked up, but I couldn't think of anything to make for a video for a while. I can tell you one thing, I'm glad to be back in Frankfurt. But back to the car. This car's nice. It had everything was pretty much stock in it. I think the speakers were changed out at some point in its life. Since I've had it, I have changed out the radio to an aftermarket radio that I had in my old truck. I had a amplifier and a sub sitting around, so I hooked those up. I might be able to give you guys a little sound of that later on in another video. But for right now, it does the job. I have some ideas for it. One of my buddies thought he found a turbocharger for me, but it was for a 4-cylinder motor, and they didn't have one for this. It was only 120 bucks. I was gonna go ahead and do it, but like I said, wrong motor. But I'm about to pull into the gas station now, so I'll get back with you. So I'm back. Just got gas, which it only took about $35 to fill it up. And I was almost on E, which if anybody has a truck out there, you know that a truck averagely costs about 50 bucks to fill up. I just filled my truck up the other day. I think it was actually like 55. But now it's time to go to the car wash. Get a pressure washer, clean under these mirrors. Some like algae and stuff growing there. I don't think my aunt ever washed this while she had it. She bought it for my cousin. And then my cousin went ahead and got a new car. But yeah, this car, it's alright. Does the job for me. I need to get an oil change for it, or go do the oil change myself. It's almost, it's about 10,000 miles over, or since the last oil change. So I need to get that done soon. I checked the oil though when I bought it. It looked fine. It wasn't super dark. but you can tell it needed a little change. It's got a sunroof. Sunroof works. I tested that out. It doesn't leak or nothing, but there is a leak on the back door. The seal around it leaks a little bit, only if there's like really heavy rain, which we actually had right after I bought it for a couple days from one of the hurricanes that just hit. It wasn't Florence. I forget what one hit before that. But here in Indiana, we got the aftermath of it. But go ahead, go to the car wash, try to get cleaned up a little bit. I just cleaned the windows off when I went back to the old apartment to get more things out of it. Whenever it rained, the windows never cleared up and they look nasty. So cleaned those pretty good. This windshield was brand new. The day we were moving, my aunt had me drive it for her to the body shop to get the window replaced. It had a crack in it. As you can tell, nothing's really been done in this car. It's quiet. It doesn't sound like your average Honda. It might sound a little louder here in the future. My girlfriend told me, or my fiance told me not to, but it's my car. I bought it, and I can't stand a quiet vehicle. Now, if it was a 4-cylinder, I'd only put a mild exhaust on. I don't want to have no fart can on it. The only thing that looks like it's been done, I think my other cousin did it to this vehicle when he was driving it for a short time while his Camaro was in the shop. He changed out the rims, I think. I'll have to ask him about if he did that or the car came that way. The rims aren't anything special, but I'll show you guys in a little walk around of it. But AC works, heat works. It's a pretty sound car. If anybody knows anything about Hondas, they usually last forever. And this one doesn't show any sign of dying anytime soon, as long as I get that oil taken care of. Also, if you're from the Frankfurt area, you only know we only have one car wash too, so we'll see how busy it is since it is a Friday night. I've been on vacation this whole week, and it's been nice, let me tell you about it. Except the Tuesday I had my teeth worked on and was in a lot of pain. They didn't prescribe me any pain medicine, and I think that's because of my age. They don't want to prescribe any medicine to people under a certain age. They're afraid we're going to be selling it or something. But I see the sign for the car wash now coming up. Sorry about the bumpiness. This road is pretty bad. Doesn't feel that bad in the car though. But you guys are getting the worst of it. And it looks like there's only 2 cars here. So this shouldn't be too bad. Here we go. Just get a basic wash in, and then I'll probably get to the power washers, the hand power washers, and try to spray out the algae from the mirrors. There we go. And I'll be right back. Okay, now we're on our way home. Man, this car was filthy. That regular part of the car wash I went through, I don't think it didn't do anything. I got that power washer out. There's still a layer of dirt on the actual body itself, and yeah, that took a while to spray it down. Like, I don't know how. I think it took about 15 minutes just to power wash the body, and I realized I just still missed one of the mirrors. So when I get home, I'll just use a rag and wipe it off the rest of the way. But about to take you guys out of the mount, and we'll do a little pull in the on a highway real quick. But I'm gonna pull you guys out. See that in the mirror, how hard it is to see out that back window? That's the one window that I didn't clean with any Windex, and it is awful. That's what all the windows looked like except the windshield, since it was brand new. But here's all that. The light for the odometer doesn't work, so you can only really see it during the day. It's a little noticeable on the phone. In person, not so much. But once we get out of town, put you guys back on and we'll do a pull. Okay guys, I finally found a road. It should be good enough to get this done. If I had a free hand, I would just shift it through first, second, third, and then fourth. But let's do a slight pull from 30. There we go. That was 80. I know the picture's kind of blurry. Coming up on a stop sign right now. And the AC was on too, and if you know anything about old cars, the AC really affects older vehicles. So it would have been a little quicker if we had the AC turned off. But I think that's going to be it for this video. When it gets sunlight, maybe I'll make another video of the walk around of the vehicle. Show some of the subs. Or the sub. But I'm going to go ahead and go back home now. You guys have a good night, day, whatever time of day it is that you're watching this. Peace.